Ramadan 2023 is literally coming in a few days. First things first, just because Ramadan is coming doesn't mean that you're going to be alive to witness it, even though it's just in a few days time from now. So first step is to actually make dua that you and your family and your loved ones reach Ramadan safely without any problems. Ramadan is that time for you to be more productive than ever. So use this month to be as productive as possible and then build the habits necessary for you to carry them outside of Ramadan. Ramadan isn't just a month to put a pause on your bad habits, but it's a time to actually break and get rid of those bad habits. Use this month to reduce the stress of things that are outside of your deen. It's a time for you to focus on your deen more than anything. Don't stress too much on the worldly things such as eating too much or eating the best of foods and buying this car and that car and watching this, watching that. Instead, just take this time to feed the soul and worry less about the dunya. You will see how much this helps you, especially because the majority of people, all they think about constantly is always the dunya. That is all they do every single day. So Ramadan is a time for you to spend with your family and your loved ones as well. Have iftar and suhoor with them so that you can build back that relationship. Many a times we don't eat lunch and dinner with our families, and I'm one of those people, to be honest. Most days I just eat outside because I'm outside at university or something, but when I am at home I just eat at random times and usually watch something on YouTube while eating. But during Ramadan is that time where you want to break these bad habits and eat with the family and be able to speak to them and feel that unity. Go to the mosque with your family, go to Taraweeh with your family, treat people nicely and speak to others with kind words. This is what Ramadan's about. Make sure to set goals and prioritize. The best deeds are those that are consistent even if they're small. So don't be silly and start Ramadan so fast but then lose motivation in literally like 2 to 3 days. In fact, be moderate and consistent and also increase the good deeds as Ramadan goes, since the month is going to go away anyway before you even know it. Every Ramadan should be better than the previous Ramadan, whether that is praying more or reading more Quran or giving more charity. Something has to change every single year, and if this Ramadan is worse than the previous one or the previous one was worse than the one before that, then maybe you need to say to yourself something has to change in a way or another. Like it's time to really stop this. You always want to go up in life and you want to become more wise, more knowledgeable and a better human being. You don't want to go back, you know. That's not the way a true believer wants to do things. You always want to think ahead and you always want to optimize the time that you've been given. Minimize the distractions such as your phones and tablets and iPads and other devices. Only check them once or twice a day rather than just, constantly checking them for every minor thing. There are many apps that you can use to make sure that you are on top of your schedule. So do use technology if it does benefit you, and you can download these apps. It could be some Quran app or prayer apps or anything, and actually use them to make a difference in your life. And remember that everyone is different, so use whatever means necessary to make sure that you're constantly improving this Ramadan. And finally, keep in mind that all of this requires discipline and commitment. If it was easy, then anyone could do it and it wouldn't have that big of a reward and it wouldn't mean much. We're constantly in competition with each other, so put the effort in and put your trust in Allah and the rest will go to plan, inshallah.